welcome back to my channel. Happy Tuesday. I hope you're all doing well, and I'm glad that you're here because today we're working on an apartment in San Myshuno, and this is for a single mom and twin boys. Now, I did take some inspiration from Sim Lissy. I think that she's brilliant. She's one of my favourite creators, and I was watching one of her videos this morning and I loved the layout. So I was like, you know what, we're going to try it out. We're going to try a similar layout, and it turned out really cute. So this apartment is a 17 Culpeper house, and I absolutely love this apartment. You guys know I love the Culpepers, the Culpepers, and I just really like it. So I wanted to make something that was very cozy, very family orientated. I didn't want it to be like crazy busy. I know you guys love all of my, massive family apartments, but I'm trying to dial it down a little bit sometimes just to have a little bit more variety. So for today we're doing something a little bit different. I've changed my editing slightly as well. We do have a little bit different of music style as well, so it's all a little bit different. Let me know what you guys prefer. I just thought it was quite nice for a little bit of a change, so do let me know, but I think it's good, so that's good for now. But yes, so we're working on an apartment. This particular apartment is quite small, but I was surprised how much I managed to fit in there, because usually I kind of make like one big living space, but I actually turned it into kind of like 3 rooms, which was quite cool. I don't usually use this walkway part where the kitchen is as a room, so I guess that kind of helped. And also usually I have to include quite a lot of bedrooms, but to be honest, we still have 2 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms, so it's pretty good, to be fair. So yeah, I was kind of imagining for this particular family, the mum is a working mom, and she has 2 little boys who are around, I'd say about 8ish. They do live in the city, so the mum has to take care of them a lot because it isn't very safe for the little ones to be wandering around by themselves. But I do feel like they're quite independent, and they they want to spread their wings and be a bit more out there themselves, but their mum's a little bit protective, so I kind of feel like she keeps them under her wing a little bit. But I think it's quite cute. I really like this apartment. I think that it's just stunning, to be honest. Not necessarily my build style, that's not what I mean, but just the whole layout. I think the floor plan is stunning, basically. I think that it's cool that we managed to fit in quite a lot in such a small space, and I kind of went overboard in the clutter today. The build is actually a bit longer than usual because I did include quite a lot of clutter, and I found this magazine as well, which you can see on the far left of the screen right now, with a single sim in a suit. It is from a kit. I honestly can't remember which kit it was, but I had never seen it before, and it has house plans on it, so I was like, perfect. If I remember / you can pause the video when I click on it, then I'll let you guys know, or you can let me know because I don't remember which pack it's from, but I was like definitely getting that. So yes, now we're just including some cute little stuff on the fridge because I just thought it looked cute, and I haven't done it in quite some time, and I really like using this like American style fridge, in my opinion, which is kind of silly because most fridges look the same, but it just kind of gives me like American household vibes. This did take me 3 attempts to make this periodic table work, but I thought it was kind of like, quite cute and kid-friendly, because when I was younger, I didn't like science. I say that, I still don't really like science, but I hated the subject in school. I was never good at it. I didn't like maths either, so my mum used to try and make it fun, and I was like, yeah, not interested. Give me music and art, and I don't know what else, but those things were my vibe. Whereas when it came to science and maths, I was like, I'm not interested. But she loves science, so she tried to make me enjoy it more, just see if I maybe liked it in a different way. I'm still not interested, but she tried, and it kind of gave me that vibe. So I included a periodic table on the fridge, but it did take me a minute to kind of get it together because it would not clip to the fridge, which is very annoying, but it's fine. I'm now realising, like usual, I included a pet bowl and I didn't include anything else, but I was kind of imagining they had a cat, like a tabby, kind of gingery tabby cat. When I was playing yesterday in my legacy gameplay that I play off camera, I say off camera, I still post stuff about them on Instagram, and I make reels of them as well, which, if anyone did watch my recent reel, it has over 80,000 views, so thank you so much. That is insane. No pressure, but thank you, I really appreciate it if you guys watched it, and if you didn't, then be sure to check it out if you'd like to. But yeah, I make reels of that family, and I adopted a cat from the street because, I mean, he was a stray. I mean, I just took in a stray, didn't necessarily adopt him, but he is adorable, and my sim is obsessed with him. And I don't usually play with pets, like you guys know, probably, because I always have a billion children in the game, so it's quite nice for a change to have a pet. But yes, I did forget to include any other pet stuff because I'm so not used to including them, which is kind of sad because I wish I was. I wish pets didn't, like, class as a family member, as in, like, you know, a space in the household is what I mean. Of course they're family members. My cat is like my brother, honestly. But anyway, we are now moving on to the living space. Now this room I think is really cute. I did include an angled wall as well, which I thought was a little bit different. Like I said, I did take inspiration from a Sim Lissy's video, and she did have an angled wall in her build. It was slightly different to this, but I was like, you know what, we're going to do that for today. I honestly think she's one of my favourite creators, and I think she's just brilliant in all design aspects. I think that her videos are very entertaining, and to be honest, as a speed builder, it's quite difficult to like commentate all the time from personal experience. So I think she's just really easy to listen to, and that's kind of ideal when you know, your content is primarily your voice as well as obviously what you're watching. But I think being a good commentator is always what makes a good speed builder. So she's definitely one of my faves, so definitely check her out if you haven't already. I'm sure you guys have. She's brilliant, but if you haven't. But yeah, so I wanted to make sure this room felt very homely. I absolutely love including the sofa. It is from Parenthood. I want it to feel very cute and cozy and just very lived in, so I did include quite a lot of clutter. I didn't want to overdo it, but I mean, that always kind of happens, so there we are. I just think it looks really cute, and it's just a really nice vibe this house gave me, this apartment, whatever. I just think it's really cute, and I included quite a lot of craft stuff because I was kind of imagining that the kids were very creative. They were kind of, you know, wanting to venture out on their own and start their own creative little businesses, and I definitely did the same when I was younger. I've always been kind of entrepreneurial, so that was the vibe I got off the little ones, and maybe they want to start their own like football club or something like that, and I don't know, I just kind of got that vibe from them. I remember when I was young, I used to try and like collect conkers. I don't know if there's another word for them, but I used to collect them, and I used to try and ask my mum if I could like go and sell them to the neighbours. Can you imagine? That would have been really funny. I never actually did it. I should have. That would be a really funny story, but I used to love, you know, coming up with ideas, or I draw stuff and like try and sell it to my family members for like 5 pence, you know, but that's not the point. I really enjoyed, you know, kind of making up little businesses as a kid, and I'm still like that now. Anything that is a hobby, I try to make into a business, and to be fair, it's worked out quite well. It's not the easiest of things in the world, but it's, you know, it's done me some good, so that's good. But anyway, back on to the build. I am now working on the laundry section. I'm now remembering I did forget to include hampers, but I will include them before I upload them. I always forget hampers. Hampers, alarms, that's another thing I forgot. The alarms on the door. The alarms, hampers, and trash cans, bins, whatever. I always forget them. I did include a bin, and I forgot the alarms and the hampers, which I always do. It's just always something that it's not really like a primary thing on my mind, so I need to go back and include that, but at least I remembered before uploading, so that's always good. So I will include those before I upload to the gallery, so you guys won't be missing out. That's always fine. Anyway, so we are now just working on the hallway. I didn't want to include too much because it was quite a small space. I didn't want to make it non-functional, but I still wanted to look quite lived in, so I did include some clutter in the hallway, so that's always jolly good. I also included this like magazine which had a pie on it, and I was like, you know what, I kind of feel like the mum's like a very generic American style like mom, you know, baking, and she's all into that kind of like, you know, mum groups, and just, but she's also very independent, which I quite like about her. I kind of feel like she works a lot, but she also prioritizes the free time she does have for her children, and she does do a lot of baking. She likes cooking, and she just likes making people happy, I think, which is quite a cute thing. I think she's a very nice sim, and she is very much devoted to her children. She, you know, spends any free time that she has with them, and she wants to encourage them to pursue their little business ideas. She tries to make, you know, little stations for them, I suppose. They can, like, you know, put their ideas around, and they've got little magazines to read. Maybe they want to get into baking one day like she likes, but if not, then she's totally cool with that and she supports them 100%. I just think it's a really cute household, and I absolutely love layering these towels lately. Sorry, off topic kind of, but the purple and the blue look really cute with that colour tile on the wall. I really liked it. So anyway, we're now working on the mum's room. The mum's room is quite plain. I kind of feel like she's not too much into decor herself. She doesn't really like to over clutter space. I kind of feel like she's got a lot of stuff, but it's like organised chaos. So she does have a lot of stuff in, you know, like the storage units in her room, but she doesn't like to over clutter the exterior. So I did still make it very cute and cozy, but it's not very cluttered. So she does have her own dressing table, because I kind of feel like she's not really like overly interested in how she looks, because she's more focused on everything else, but I kind of feel like she's a bit like me in that sense, where I still want to look nice, but I'm not like obsessed with it, you know. She's really content just being herself, which I think is really nice, and probably the most ideal thing anyone can be is just being content being you. But yeah, so I didn't overdo it with her room, but I kind of went all out in the kids' room, so kind of made up for it. I can't help myself, the clutter's always the thing. But yes, I did do like an arrangement of these pictures on the wall as well, which is always quite nice. It kind of looks a bit too tall for the space. That's my only comment to myself, is that maybe I would downsize it a little bit or pull it down slightly, but overall it's fine. I could have probably included some greenery as well. I did include this plant, but maybe a little bit more, maybe on the left side of the bed I could have put something, but it's fine. So moving on to the kids' room, I think this room turned out super cute. I kind of went for like a blue and a yellow theme, which I thought was quite nice. I don't usually get to do like just 2 kids in a room, so I kind of wanted to, like, you know, go all out on the decor. So I say that, I know I always say I don't get to, I mean I choose to, but you guys seem to like the bigger families, so I don't really do smaller family builds that often, so it was quite nice for a change. But to be honest, I'm probably going to stick at doing some different style videos, just because I don't want to just repeat the same things, you know, and I think it's good for my channel and for you guys to see other stuff that I'm good at and maybe inspire a different, you know, collective of people slash a different part of you guys that you hadn't really thought about before. I don't know, but I just want to try some different things, and I think that's very healthy for a channel, and I hope you guys as my viewers slash besties appreciate that, and you know, I hope you like it. I hope that I can inspire you in some way, or at least that you don't hate it, which, you know, is always a priority. But with that being said, I am going to end the voiceover in a moment. I really appreciate all of your support lately, and I just think you're all wonderful. But yes, I'm just really having fun with this, to be honest, guys, and I think that this whole apartment just turned out super cute, and I just think it's really, really cute. That's the only thing I can think of. But I did include this cute little flowers on the floor. I'll just say this before I go. How cute are the flowers? I haven't used these flowers in forever, and I was like, you know what, we're going to include them. They match with the walls, the beds, and it just kind of tied in this room really nicely, in my personal opinion. So I hope you agree. But I was kind of imagining the kids were very like artsy, and they also really like football, so I did include quite a lot of sporty stuff, as well as like crafty things as well. I think they're a really cute family. They just gave me really nice vibes, which is always good. That's always, you know, the priority. So that is it for the kiddos room, and then we do have one more bathroom. Like I said, this is a 2-bedroom 2-bathroom apartment, and I just think it's a really nice size. It's perfect for this type of family. Of course, if you really wanted to, you could technically take down one of the bathrooms, the bigger one, and turn it into like a nursery if you really needed to, or you could, you know, squeeze in another bed or a crib in at the kids room slash the mum's room. But it was perfect for the family I had in mind. I hope you liked a little bit of a change. I will see you guys tomorrow for another speed build. Like always, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Bye, lovelies. I wanna know which girl you choose. It's just a little too much for me to chew, but I'm like, I say that I'm alright, but cry on the inside. I wish you were my man. Hey, I say I'm doing alright, I'm doing just fine, but I'm scattered, and I cry when
Yeah, I'm scattered, we're just friends. Just friends. So I stay awake, I don't wanna be dreaming. Cause my heart aches when I wake up, it's a secret.